The Garden of Echoes. The air in Amritsar tasted of sugarcane in celebration. It was Baisakhi, and the city was a swirl of yellow turbans and bright dupattas. "Look, Papa," Kiran shouted, pointing a small finger. "The sweet seller." Mohan laughed, his voice warm. "Patience, my little bird. First, we will go to the Jallianwala Bagh. Many people are gathering to listen and talk about freedom. It is important." They walked towards a narrow gate, a small entrance to a large, walled garden. Inside, the garden was an ocean of people. Families sat on the grass, sharing food. Friends laughed under the shade of the pipal trees. A man stood on a platform, his voice rising and falling as he spoke of a free India. Kiran felt a thrill of belonging. Suddenly, a shadow fell over the garden. The narrow entrance was blocked by soldiers. They marched in, their boots stamping on the soft earth, their faces like stone. The crowd grew quiet, a ripple of confusion spreading through the air. Mohan grabbed Kiran, pulling him close. "Stay with me," he whispered, his voice tight. A man with a stern face and a stiff uniform raised his hand. There was no warning, only a sound like 1,000 firecrackers, a terrible, deafening crack that split the sky. Panic erupted. People ran, stumbling, searching for an escape where there was none. The high walls that had made the garden feel safe now made it a trap. The terrible cracking sound went on, an endless storm of noise and fear. Mohan saw a deep well in the center of the garden. Some people, desperate to escape the bullets, were jumping into its dark depths. He held Kiran tighter, shielding him with his own body and crawling towards a wall. They pressed themselves against the rough bricks as the noise finally stopped. An eerie silence fell, broken only by cries of pain. The air, once sweet with celebration, was now thick with sorrow. When they finally stumbled out of the garden, the world seemed different. The yellow turbans were stained, and the bright dupattas were torn. The taste of sugarcane was gone, replaced by the bitter taste of loss. The garden was no longer a place of celebration, but a place of echoes. The walls of the Jallianwala Bagh never forgot. They held the marks of that day, like scars, and the well held its secrets. The garden became a quiet place, a memorial, so that no one would ever forget the price of freedom and the voices that were silenced on that Baisakhi day.